Happy Saturday. It's Saturday. I don't know what day it will be when you might watch this, but it's Saturday for me. And I haven't been on here, or I should say I haven't done a YouTube update since I was talking about the next beta coming in, that I had a good idea of what the results of that beta were going to be, and just wanted to give a quick update. So I did the last video. It was on a Sunday, and I was going back to get my beta that Monday, and I could anticipate it wasn't going to be great, and I was right. When I went back and I did my blood test and we got the results back, my beta was at a 4. So what I expected was going to happen, or was happening, I should say, is what was happening. And we had a chemical pregnancy. And so the next thing we had to determine was what was next. So before we could even do that, I had to let my babe know what happened. And some of the intricacies of this process he doesn't quite understand. And so for him, it was just us having another miscarriage, and he's, just trying to understand, like, why does this keep happening? And so it's happened twice, and that is a lot to go through. And I think sometimes us women forget how difficult it can be for them too. And it was hard. It was hard for him to handle. So had to take a couple of days just to kind of grieve through the loss of our little bits, and also they'll be grateful that we do have the additional embryo that we have that is currently frozen. So sat down and really thought about it, and I did decide to go ahead and do another retrieval before we do any additional transfer or transfers, depending on how things go. So we are going to do another retrieval. I had to wait out this cycle. So when I was talking to you all last, I was still taking the progesterone and estrogen, and I stopped taking those after I got the results of our beta. And then I started spotting literally that same evening, but it was just spotting for like 2-3 days. And then that Monday, Tuesday was just light spotting. And then Wednesday, it was horrible. Wednesday was horrible. TMI, I apologize in advance for those that are squeamish, but it was so bad that it was like literally like just pouring out. And so Wednesday was a little rough. And yeah, so once we got through that, I felt like, okay, now we're going to be coming to the end of this. And Wednesday was hard. And but now it's Saturday, much better now today, and things are almost to the end of the cycle. And so when I start my next cycle, which will likely be the end of, I have a 26-day cycle, 27-day. So I probably will start my next cycle towards the end of March. And then we'll start the whole retrieval cycle at that point. And we're going to do it, no birth control. Thank God. You have no idea how happy I was to know I didn't have to go on birth control. Birth control was the hardest part for me of the entire last cycle. I was like a crazy person. Every day, I mean, I can't tell you guys some of the things that was happening in my brain. I'm not like a overly sensitive person. I was crying for no reason. It was just, it was horrible. And, starting fights with my babe for no reason, just in my feelings about everything. He couldn't do anything, and I wasn't going to be irritated. So it was just bad. So I really didn't want to be on the birth control again. I'm so grateful that I don't have to be. And then just the other hormones that I have to deal with. Our protocol is going to be essentially the same. Sorry, I'm getting ready to push something real quick. Our protocol is going to be essentially the same, sorry about that, as it was before, with the exception that instead of doing Centrotide this time around, I'm going to use the Garanelix instead. And I have some leftover Centrotide from my last cycle, and so they're gonna, my doctor's office is gonna exchange them out so that I don't have to just buy the Ganirelix, or I'm probably not saying it right, but so that I don't have to buy that and then still have the Centrotide left that goes to waste. So they're gonna buy it from me. And then she said basically the reason why they're switching that med is because the Centrotide, essentially when we were doing the antagonist, when my follicles started growing really fast and they had me take the Centrotide to try to let the other ones catch up, the Centrotide, like, my body like drunk it and did nothing with it. Like, my body didn't respond well to the Centrotide. It's like it didn't work. So they want me to use the other one because they think that it might work better to help my body not overstimulate and give the other follicles a chance to catch up, so that potentially I could get more, because I had 8 that they could see. One of them was so tiny that it was like a 3-4, so they weren't really considering that one at all. And then I had 7 that were 10 plus, but 3 of them were not going to be mature enough to actually extract eggs from. So that's how we ended up with 4. So they're hoping that they'll be able to have some additional ones that might be able to catch up. So that's the goal. And so we'll do that. And then end of April, depending on how my body stems, sometime not the end of April, sometime middle of April, we'll do the retrieval. And then end of April, we'll do another transfer. That's kind of what we're looking at. So if that works out and then we're actually successful with that transfer, it's still possible that we might still be able to have a little one in 2020, which is really what we want. So that'll be a December baby. I was born in December, so that would be interesting having a little bit born the same month as me, another Capricorn maybe, or maybe another Sag like their daddy, because he is also a December baby. He's a Sagittarius. So so that's it. That's all I have going on. What have I been doing since then? Really just work. I've been really busy. I'm hiring a bunch of interns for the summer, and so I'm getting ready for that. And my sister is 22 and a half weeks pregnant, and just getting ready and helping her prepare for her little one coming. And my son has been really busy with basketball and karate, and so I've been busy just being mommy, and hopefully I'll be able to do it again, because I really enjoy being his mother. It's the best thing I ever did, was being both of my boys' mom. So that's it. So thanks to all for the comments and the well wishes. I appreciate it, and we will talk with you guys soon. Bye.